guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Metal Carbot. This is my very first one that I purchased. I bought this off a Big Bag Toy Store. I've heard all the craze. You know, this is becoming a really big thing in like Asian countries, rivaling Transformers. Like this is starting to rival Transformers. I know there's a TV show about it. I think I found one on YouTube. I haven't watched anything yet. I don't know anything about this. I do know that the whole thing is supposed to be like with cards or something like that. I got this one because one, he's a pirate ship, and I think pirate ships are cool. Pirate battle galleon, the steel, and of course I've seen like the Robot Force stuff and everything, but usually I don't do these kind of like box reveals because, you know, it's a box and I'm not going to keep the box. I'm just going to show you guys the box. So the metal card looks like you can transform into a gun. I'm guessing that's what that is. And then here's the back of the box, showing you transformation, steel hook, metal card into Captain Cannon. So that's super cool. From robot to vehicle, you know, and then there's the side, and there's like the human characters that summon them, I think is what it is. I don't know if these things have their own personality or if like the humans pilot them. I don't really know. But and then here's the under, back, front, top of the box. You know, it looks really cool. Like it looks really cool. So we obviously can see the figure inside the box, so we're not gonna waste too much time on like the big reveal, first impression. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to crack this open here. Grab all of the tapes. Always be careful with an X-Acto knife. I'll make sure your parents open these for you. So let's go ahead and we're going to pull them out. And what do we got here? We got this reflective surface. I checked because there's the instructions. Instructions are always good. All right, so here he is. So we're going to get there's more tape here. Take a look at what we got in here. So we've got this. His primary weapon, it looks like, so that's pretty cool. We got another. This is the cannon. This is the cannon gun. I don't know how this would transform. I don't know how exactly this works, but we got that. And then here is the figure. Now we can get this out of here. So yeah, here is the figure. I mean, it's got a little bit of a backpack, but I mean, what Transformer doesn't? And we got ratchets in the knee. We got we got a little bit further bend. We got toe, forward toe. We got a lot of articulation here. We got bend. Do we have any hand motion? No, probably due to transformation. We have a waist swivel here. No waist swivel or ab crunch. That's unfortunate, but I mean, he could probably still pull off all the poses. We got it's like on a ball joint. So yeah, wiggly wag ball joint there. We got backward movement. That's probably for transformation. So I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know, he can hold his weapon. He's not bad. I mean, he doesn't have any ankle tilting. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. That's really cool in this card. And it shows him off here. So that's pretty cool. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys. So this is a liter. It was $50. So let's do a little bit of a size comparison. So here he is next to a Hasbro Deluxe figure. So he's about half the height, the Deluxe Brawn. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I do have a leader class here. Here is the Fallen from Age of the Primes. So you can see he's still a little taller. So with your modern day Transformers, like, you know, for display purposes or whatever, like if like some people like to mix and match. So that's not bad, not terrible. And just because I have it nearby, here is a modern masterpiece third-party figure, and he's just slightly shorter than an MP scale Constructicon from Dreamstar. So it's not bad. It's not bad. And then just because he's also still right here, previously review that I've done, here's a legend scale figure. So you can see he comes up to about, the legend scale figure comes up about his knee. He is kind of, I can get him straight here. So yeah, he comes up to a little bit past his knee, and this is a bigger legend scale figure, as you know, he's more of a leader class. I mean, that's pretty cool. And then here he is next to an SH Figure Arts from Dragon Ball, my Goku, doing his instant transmission. So he's about, again, you can see the height difference. So it's not bad, terrible look. And here he is next to Crasher. That's my girl. That's my girl from GoBots, Transformers, but she's from GoBots, so there she is in vehicle mode. So yeah, let's see, let's go into the extension, and let's see if we can transform this. So, okay, so the box didn't say, but it looks like it's 17 steps. So that's not terrible. So let's go ahead and we're gonna put the instructions kind of right here, and we're gonna go through transformation here. So we're gonna go through the transformation here, and let's see here. So the first step looks like you want to just spin these around. Just spin around all the way or just halfway. It doesn't really feel like, I don't know. Hold on. That's really squeaky. That's really squeaky. So, okay, so it looks like they want to turn inward and black and white, so it's not the greatest transformation. The first step, you want to turn the head around. That's the first step. So it looks like you just want to do this. So you want to just do like that. Then there we go. Then the hands are going to click in like that all the way. And it feels like it clicks in, but not really. And then for the toes, looks like you want to do this, which again, it looks like, you know, it's going to be pretty self-explanatory at this point. And then we want to do this. So you want to kind of have them upright. And I think weapon folds down. So that's cool. And it's going to plug in. Looks like it plugs in right up here. So you're gonna plug it in here. It looks like there's a tab right there. So you want to tab it in and tab it in. So now you got that. So that looks, so again, this is gonna be probably pretty simple transformation. So that's pretty cool. And then, okay, so then we've got, this is the side back of the robot. Okay, so then this piece is going to come out and it's going to slide. It looks like it needs to slide down, and this piece goes like that. Yeah, it needs to click in. It needs to click in right. So you need this to click in right here. That's where this needs to click in. So a little tough here. So okay, so it looks okay. So we're gonna click that in here, and then okay, I see. Okay, and then there we go. So there you go. So I'll show you guys what I did so you guys can see it. So there's a tab right here that's gonna go right in here. Then this will tab in right here, or it should tab in. There we go. So there's what you should have right there for the robot. And then the arms are going to fold back and click in together. You're gonna have visible hand syndrome here, and that's basically it. And then this is going to come up that kind of curl. Oh wow, that's not as elegant as I was hoping for. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Okay, and then last bit, we have this card piece. So, and this is for robot mode. So basically this is gonna come off. And then once that comes off, these pull out and it folds in. And then, okay, so you're gonna fold that piece out, and then this is going to click in, and there's the gun. So that's how the accessory works. All right, so here he is in alt mode. All right, here he is in alt mode, and I gotta say the alt mode is kind of cool, but this is kind of unfinished. But again, it's a kid show, and it looks like I'm not fully clicked in right there. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more like transformation. It's a very simple transformation. I do like the fact that his weapon incorporates into it. I mean, I guess you can kind of do that. I mean, that's kind of like more proper, but then you can kind of do that. So from certain angles, kind of hide away the front half of the robot is just kind of chilling back here. Doesn't show anything for this cannon, for this card, so you know, it separates, you know, it doesn't, and it's really nicely painted, but it doesn't show anything. And then of course this card, there's tabbed right here, and that's just gonna tab in right there. So and there's nothing, and I may have mistransformed this, but it looks like that's correct. I was just looking at the picture of the box art, but there's no way of incorporating this into the robot mode, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is kind of deal. So for accessories, as I say, he has this cannon, which has this piece here is like a scope, and unfortunately he can't actually hold it. There's a tab right here that plugs into the shoulder right here, and that's basically how he holds it. He can't really hold it any other way. So you can see right there, that's how he basically is going to hold the weapon. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's like more of an arm cannon, but it's just kind of weird that he has this handle piece. You can't really, can't use it in the hand, but you can incorporate some of the weaponry. One of the things that kind of like is that there's no like paint. It's not painted as well as I was hoping, but it is what it is. So final thoughts, guys. Steel Hook, it's it's probably it's a good figure. If you're into Metal Carbots, I would definitely say pick it up. Don't spend more than $50 for this thing. It's got a lot of problems in terms of being like an action figure, but again, it actually has some surprising articulation. Like, it does have more articulation, and surprisingly, it has ratchets in both the hips and the knees, and those could have just been soft ratchets, really. And they might be soft ratchets, but those really did feel like they were ratchets. The transformation, as you guys saw, was very, very simple and easy to do, which is, for some Transformer figures, is really difficult to do. And so I'm just gonna point that out, that I think it had a really good, there was a couple steps that kind of stumped me a little bit, but once you get the general gist of it, trying to record. In terms of the alt mode is, I mean, it's really, the promotional art for this thing really hide the fact that the robot, that the whole top half of the robot doesn't really do a whole lot in terms of transformation. I am kind of disappointed that some of the artwork on the box is kind of misleading. It shows more paint than the figure actually has. Like, for example, it shows there's paint on these like little cannon holes or whatever you want to call it on the handle, whereas the actual figure is not painted. For being a first-time buyer, the whole card gimmick is like just buying the figure itself doesn't really give you like, what does the card do? Is there like a transformation device that's got like, you know, sound effects or anything? It just says transform steel hook metal card into Captain's Cannon, which is, that's cool, but what does the card do? Again, I'm not discounting that because I don't know what the card does, because I've never watched the show or anything like that, but it is something to bring up. Otherwise, I think it's a very cool toy. I don't see myself diving into collecting more of these. If something like a combiner or like a dinosaur or a really cool card I see and it's at a decent price, I might pick it up. I might do a shelf of these, maybe, but as of right now, it's just something cool to look at. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already yet. And as always, guys, check out this video right up here in the corner. And until next time.